The sun is hot, the breeze is low. I need a ride. Where do I go? Ride, go, yeah. That's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app, just one click, hopping fast. It's real quick. Ride, go. Where you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Ride, go, let the good vibes show. Fastest growing ride, everybody know.
Tuk-tuk now available on Ride Go. Book now.
Ridealong Live, welcome to the ride. Welcome to Tuesday on the ride. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, before I start the program, I want you guys to give me a thumbs up. If you hear me good, if you're seeing me good, the folks on the ride, let me know, because before we got on air, we had a bit of a few hiccups in regards to our internet connectivity, in regards to our audio connectivity. So we're, as you can see, we're in a brand new makeshift studio, everything kind of put together, put aside for this particular broadcast. And of course, you know, you may experience some difficulties, some problems from time to time as we go forward. So let me know if you guys are hearing me fine. If you're seeing everything good, give me a quick thumbs up. Lydia Louison, I see. Wow, it's all of that. That's interesting. It's good. Thank you for that. I guess that's my welcome back. Right, everything is good. Everything is proper. I mean, hear me good. Audio clean. Hearing and seeing good. Okay. Good. So since you hear me good and you see me good, you have no excuse. I want you to share the program, because today it's a sort of a messy topic, right? It's a kind of shitty topic we're going to be speaking about today, because there's a lot happening here. But also, I want you to keep in mind that this is one side of a developing story. So we do expect, as we always say on Ride Along Live, a story sometimes have three sides: his side, she side, and then in the middle somewhere there you find some kind of middle ground, right? So today we're going to speak about a situation. A landowner in the parish of St. Patrick is crying foul after he's saying that someone that he considered to be a tenant on his property is indicated or is moving in the direction, or is visible evidence that she is starting the process of creating of building a latrine. All right. So those of you who are not familiar with a latrine, it's an outdoor facility, right? An outdoor facility for human waste. So those of you who don't know what a latrine is, that's what a latrine. So the owner, the property owner, the current property owner is saying, nah, it's not right. And he's here to share his story on this particular topic right here. And you know, it's Tuesday, so it's what's pissing you off. And that is pissing him, literally pissing him off. And he wants to share the story here with us. All right. So we have a lot to talk about on this particular story. So share the thing. In fact, let me go ahead and share it out on a cross post, because again, we're on a new kind of setup studio sort of thing going on here, Jed, and I don't want to make no sudden move, otherwise everything will just cut off. So I'm moving like in slow motion a bit, because any little weird move could trigger something to just trip off. We don't want that. We want everything to go off proper. All right? Right. Angela, yes. Okay. All right. You're so blatant and graphic. All right. You're so blatant and graphic. Okay. Also, let me say that my guest he's going to be joining us via the phone lines, because all we tried earlier to get him on video, we have a bit of a problem connecting with our guest on video. So he will be joining us via audio. So you will get a chance to hear his point of view, hear his side of the story, and why he feel like he is really pissed off today. All right. Okay. Everybody there? Everybody share? Did everybody share? I want everybody to share it. Okay. All right. So let's bring on my next guest on. As I said, makeshift studio. So we got to take things kind of slow, in slow motion. I don't want to make a quick move and offset the internet or offset anything here in particular. So let's join my next guest. He is right now managing and operating the Sulphur Spring over there in St. Patrick. And he is joining us right now via phone line. Hey, sir, how are you? Hello? Hello?
Is it me?
Yes, yes, I'm talking. Yes, I'm talking to you now. Yeah, so you.
So it's Anthony Benjamin.
Anthony Benjamin, yes, of course, Anthony Benjamin. How are you doing today, Anthony?
Well, it was hectic for me within the city and up and down and trying to get things together and do what I have to do.
Right.
But I'm standing in the Sulphur Spring bar presently now.
Okay.
So things cool down. Everything come to I expect it to be a common understanding by now.
Okay. Okay. So what happened? What happened? That video went viral yesterday. Tell us about what brought us to this position here, where you took to social media and wanted to get your side of the story out.
Well, I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago when I was on that same program with you. With that guy in Tillman Thomas time. That Rastaman from Wow.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
Yes, that is an issue taking place around that area here a while now. What really happened? In the area we are, if you come and you cut a piece of land and you're doing agriculture and you're doing these things in here, automatically the property what you own, you is in charge of it.
Okay.
The guy you plant the stuff, you're taking care of it like yours. So automatically, it's 400 acres of land what is back.
Right.
But I choose to do the Sulphur Spring area and so on.
Right.
I invite guests, I invite people, I invite a few persons with me to assist and so on. The individual, for years now, I'm trying to speak to her on a level where we could do something that could be beneficial to the community and all of us. But for some reason, she go ahead with me on the first count where we had individual taking me to court for damage of that property 2015 to 2022. I had won the case concerning the property, so that gave me a little more leeway on the property. But after that, there was time when they still keep lag ahead with me, even up to today. She lag ahead with me, but the guests what work by her, what those massage and so on by her, still use the washroom and I never tell them nothing. There is time when they use the washroom and I will say, well, you have to pay $2 and they will cost me off and everything. And I still take that because the guests don't have nothing to do with that. The guests come to use the washroom is what we do. You understand? So the guests what will come, I don't forfeit them or forsake them for using the type. Even though they give me real bad levels about they pay me and not, they pay the money we and they pay the money we and not about it. Because that is the issue, because them is guests. When they come here, the issue is supposed to be with them. So for some reason, the young lady don't use the washroom here. She use a bucket in she place and truly low behind she building. So I easily say to her, you cannot do that. One of these days when I went there, behind the cut me grass, there was toilet paper on the ground with really strong, with even blood in it, right? And I called the other young lady and I said, look, go and clean up that bit. That little thing will look like this one. But for some reason, I keep seeing it. Mm-hmm. I keep seeing it still happening. So I go to health and I invite them to come. And they come, they watch the situation and so I speak to the man. So the man asking me if she could put a toilet in the back of the building. Anywhere you dig it on the ground here, the water pops up.
Right.
Higher up where my building is on the top side, people dig the interact, meet the one. But exactly where we decide to build, where we're doing the saka cooking and everything, that's where they decide she will put a tile because here is not mine, and here is not mine. And she won, here is not mine. But that is the same individual what wasn't cooked with me concerning the property. Because the people who actually go against me with, when they take me for damage of property, they turn around and she join them because they tell her they will give her right over me when they win. But they didn't win. So they said, oh, she's supposed to fall down already. But she did adding on a wing there and adding on a piece there and adding on a piece there, taking up space. You understand? Uh-huh. So when I say no to the building of that toilet in the back of the place, the man, she's showing the man an next spot up on top of the hill there in the flat, where people are going to come and picnic and so on, like what I have there. She decided to put it there, so I tell her no. And she decided to dig it and put that pit toilet in the Sulphur Spring in this day and age. You cannot put a pit tile as in the video, yes, she said the Ministry of Health give her permission. And that is impossible.
Right.
Because the Ministry of Health, you can have a bar running or a business running. No shop, no business like that running, and you send people in a latrine.
Okay, stick up in there, because I have a lot of questions, and we'll come back to that point. Okay, so we kind of have a clear understanding as to where you are. So the property in question that we're speaking about is by the Sulphur Spring in St. Patrick, correct?
In the Sulphur Spring.
In the Sulphur Spring.
Everything included. We are standing here now speaking to you.
Right.
I sorry could not have get a video of see me.
Yes.
The back of me is in the pond. So it's right in the city where the bar is in the middle of the Sulphur Spring.
Right. Right.
So that is in the middle of the Sulphur Spring.
Okay. Right. Now let's come back a bit. Right. The land in question. You said that there was some dispute prior to all of this, where there was a dispute over the ownership of the property, correct?
Yes.
What was the final decision where that is concerned?
The final decision after I had won the case from the individuals, what they could Livera Beach Development claiming the property is theirs. Uh-huh. But I had won the case from them.
Right. Okay. So currently the land, the deed, whatever it is in your name. You, Julian Soli.
No, I wouldn't say what you're saying there, because it's 400 acres of land.
Okay.
I only own 3.3 acres of land.
Oh, so of the 400 acres, the 3.3 acres of land is in your name.
Well, it's soon to be in my name. He's almost there.
Oh, okay.
He's almost there.
So the property owner right now, are they disputing your 3.3 acres?
No, nobody disputing anything.
Right, because when she said that the land don't belong to you, like what she mean? That is she saying that she probably would have gotten authorization from the duly owned or the person that has a deed?
The land name they own, Livera beach development.
Right.
But the men were claiming the land belongs to them. The land is on Libera. The name is Libera Group Limited. So that is why I didn't sign anything with them. For I to make them the owner of this. If I had signed, automatically I would have been out and they would have been in. But I didn't sign. They come to rent the place for me. But I didn't agree for that.
Right.
Because I know I go to the elders in the community and they say to me not to sign anything. The people that have owned the property carried bankrupt in 1963. They bought the property in 1963. Even at a Bank of Canada in Sutter's Head.
Right.
In those times. And after, around that time, Mr. Winston White would have been a junior minister in government here, in St. Patrick here.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right. So go ahead.
Around after the people carried bankrupt and they left the island, Riverside, Rose Hill Plains people keep walking the land and doing the agriculture and so on.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
There are post things what they on the land, but even get the deed and the plan and everything sorted.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You have 60-something farmers, it could be 18 now, walking that same land in Shambo here.
Mm-hmm.
Doing agriculture, so it's the same land.
Right. So I just want to make it clear that at this point, there is no dispute from the property owner on the land. There's no dispute.
Beach development, we don't have no dispute, we don't have no problem.
So why haven't they not yet given you a deed that says that you own that 3.3 acres?
No, well, what happened is not them what giving me that.
Okay.
Owing up the time and owing of what these people have done. Take me to court for all these months and all this amount of money I had to pay in court. I just decided to do the right thing.
Right.
And the right thing is to do the ownership of the property. Because I'm here over 20 years.
Right. Okay, so
this as my plant trees have the place in order where they come and you see, you come with the tourist people and you get your treatment well, everybody come and the treatment is nice. If you look up on YouTube, you see everybody speaking up for the sulfur spring. And the sulfur spring nice, but the man behind everything, you don't hear much of him.
right.
You see them more less of this is chewing up this and chopping up that, and them in charge and them this and them that and them that. I'm not that kind of person.
Right. Okay. So I'm understanding it better right now. So the Julie owner, the person who owns the property have no dispute with you being on the property. You've been on the property for over 20-something years, but
Yes.
at this point, you still don't have a physical deed with your name, but you're working on it. That will be completed soon.
Yes, and the paper I have from the winning of the case with the Libera Group Limited give me a bit more leverage on the property.
Right. Okay. So you've been on the property for 20 years. How long has the sulfur spring now? Right. The whole setup, the whole putting together, nicing it up, and having it available for tourists. How long has that been there?
Well, the sulfur spring been there for forever.
I know, but when you pull up there, you put tables and tents and bar and all that stuff.
When I start cutting down the place, I leave my house at the house next to the Catholic church on the bottom side into the cemetery. I leave this house and I come in 2005. Start cutting down the bushes and cleaning up and taking care. Sometimes I don't walk, my child mother will start cussing. No, I don't get what to do. And blah, 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 blah. Why is that construction? I'm not carpet, go and make a money by weekend. And you have money to feed the children to go to school.
Right.
You understand? So now, from 2005, I start cutting down. By time 2007, I start putting on the bench and planting flowers, and there was a time when I plant flowers and dry season come and everything burned down. And I started crying and asking God, well, what else? What do you want me to do? I plant flowers, he burned down, not knowing I'll plant in the right set of flowers. But one day, a guy come down here and tell me, why you don't just plant some bougainvillea and what and what down? And the rain started falling, and I just went up the road and cut some bougainvillea and I stick it in some tires. And they just bust out with glory. And up to today, we have the flourishing in the place, making the place look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Until after the storm came and mashed down everything, and it started growing again.
Right. So at what point and who discovered that there was actual sulfur spring there? And I noticed that there are some holes that are dug in different areas. There are actual sulfur at the bottom of those ponds, those small ponds, and people go there, they get their whole therapy and all that stuff. I even did it. It's cool. It's nice. Rejuvenation, I call it. Who discovered that?
What had happened in the past, we normally used to have the spiritual Baptist and then come here. So even though the river solid and you hear the drums start to beat down here, everybody run down and come and see what's going on. But there was a time when everybody, once you come in the sulfur spring, the water, you come in the sulfur spring, you come to make obia. So people used to afraid to come in the sulfur spring. So if you have to pass in the sulfur spring, you don't want people to see you riding.
Right.
But now, everybody coming in the spring, come and picnic, come with the family, come and just kick back, drink something by the bar. We have different things here selling juices, beers, this, that, selling.
Right.
When you come, you get a refreshing, you might just get a cake, just chop a cake right on the side there and give you a piece of cake to eat. And everything that in use, that wasn't here. Everything what there is, I bring it. I plan the thing and then because I know when you come, you have moringa, you have lemongrass, you have bomb, you have everything here. So you could drink some tea if you want. You could get some to go with if you don't want. So the aim for the place is to develop the place into a good tourism site and everything. Right. Although we're not on the tourism belt, that is a tourism. You know the belt of the tourism is from where to where you go, where you go, where you go, where. But here is not on that belt. You understand? Right. It's not on that belt. But yes, tourists come, guests come every day. As time goes, I expecting it to be better.
Right.
I expecting tourism to assist with doing some security and
right.
So in case something happens, we make sure the guest is safe.
Right. No, I understand that. I understand that. Now, why hasn't tourists? Because I remember speaking to members of the GTA years ago, and I thought when I went there, I was like, "Yo, this is great. A lot of people come in here, and why is it that tourism is not playing more integral role in advertising the site as a tourist spot, a tourist hotspot? Because it's still not advertised on GTA. They don't endorse it." And I was told that it was because of the dispute, the ongoing dispute.
Yeah. But really and truly, what really had happened from 2006, I had went to the Prime Minister, that then was Mr. Kit Mitchell. I asked him to come over visit. Well, he never get the chance to come. I had invited Mr. Tillman sometime. He get the time and he come and he says a good gesture. But I didn't get any assistance from anybody. I go back to Mr. Kit Mitchell after he won again, but he never get to come. I even invite the Prime Minister of Grenada off today. And I invite him as well, and I would still wish he can make a pass, because these people, when they pass and they see something, they know the value of it. Because when you're going foreign and you're going a sulfur spring, my brother, you pay your money quite out in the road to come inside. When you get there, you come inside, you want to use the facilities you pay. You want the sulfur down, so there is a price for it. And there is things we could bring back, things for the economy. You understand? Could bring funding for the economy. And all we have to get it done is to get it the right way than we hear. and guests come in and somebody run into them and somebody else run into them. And I don't like it. Sometimes I just leave and go and do agriculture because I don't really like how it happens.
Right.
You understand? I don't like it.
So as far as with GTA, is it that they are reluctant to participate because of some sort of ownership dispute?
Well, what they had said to me from time to time when I go to tourism, all they keep saying to me, this is a private property, they cannot assist me on that private property.
Right.
And I could believe it's not because of the chaos, but I could believe, I didn't have right on the property and they don't have ownership of the property, so they don't want to put in the things in it, and after somebody pop up and say that is the place, and they lost that right, so they lost the money they spent. I believe that is what happened, and I hope in the near future we can get the help as needed here from tourism.
Right. Okay.
And I believe somebody will come after the program. We may get it happening, or we may get the help somehow.
Well, hopefully so. So from 2005 and coming up the road, did you actually try to get that 3.3 acres deed in your name so that it will be official? You could make your own decision. You have physical ownership deed and everything. Have you tried back in those times to try to sort that out?
Well, the reason why those other people living at Group Limited came to me is because I was seeking who is the owner, what is the owner, and so on. But I've been in the ministry and I seen the owner name. The owner and their name was Livera Beach Development.
Right.
You understand? But Brother Winston and them come and they claiming the name is Livera Group Limited, but the name is not on the paper.
Right. Okay.
In the ministry. So that is why I didn't sign anything with them.
Right. Okay. So I understand that. So let's go up to current day right now. So you invited this young lady because you were there first before her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you invited her to provide her service at the Sulphur Spring as well?
Well, what really happened at the time of this young lady coming inside there, at the time was this young lady was not living in this community here in Riverside. She was living in Montrose. But our child and her mister had drowned in the sea.
Yes.
So she was one that I had around, but when we had the event, she come down here. So I thought if she help around, she might just feel a lot better. You know, on a weekend, I used to have Sulphur Fest and thing for Carnival and so on. Plenty people coming from the arena after session and after Moonlight City, they go end up here. We have breakfast, we have other stuff.
Right.
And we have been around to give an assistance, and I had feel very lenient to keep this. The thing get better, all of us will be able to eat their food in the right manner. But for somehow, Brent Cougar had asking for 2 women to do a course.
Right.
And I tell them, you have 2 persons in the spring, I would like to let them come. And there was a young lady out in road they called Darren, and Sheila Rinjan. They went, they do the course, they come back, she said she did business. She come back and she said she could do massage and so on. So I said, that is a good thing. So I said not to charge anything, but take a contribution. But for some reason, I didn't know what happened, and she said she don't take contribution again. She's gonna charge $50 a person. And I said, okay, if you decide to charge $50 a person, it's no problem, but all I ask is for you to give $5 to help maintain and cut the yard and help do little things around. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, she just get lag ahead and she don't give me she money, and I don't get in she money and about she money and she money. I say, okay. There was a time within the years come and it keep happening. I call all the khaki police on the Western District and I say to them, Look, I have an issue which I like for you all to come and speak to this young lady. All of them came, about 6 or 5 of them came, and they speak to her, sit down, talk to her, she say yes, she will pay the money, blah, 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 blah. She asked me to bring it to the police station and give it to me. She said she will bring it in the police station, and after you hear nothing about it again, and from since that time, you go lag ahead until the men take me to court. And she joined them. And after she joined them, and so you join them and you realize you all you lost, you pick up the steel beam and go. You stay creating chaos.
Right. Okay. So that is the case. So she been there, she been doing a massage. You said that she has not been contributing in any kind of way after a period of time. Right. So you have a toilet facility. Go ahead.
I said no, she don't have a toilet facilities. She never contribute. But the gas she used even up to today after the conflict yesterday, the gas she suffered out today, still come use the toilet and it's all right. I don't have no hiccups with the gas. There is no hiccups. And I still don't even have an issue with the young lady using the toilet when she pays me money to use the toilet because I have it like a public toilet. But she choose not to use it because she's not speaking to me. That's what happened.
Right. So she decided now if she's not going to use your toilet, she would create her own toilet facility.
But she do taking care of the lands. Still me that cut the lands and take care of the grounds and everything. But she just want to go and dig a pit toilet in the ground and just put a pit toilet for them to use. And with that water here, you can dig pit toilet here.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm thinking because last time I've been there and you went in that water, it seemed like water is all under there. Water coming from anywhere you dig is water.
Anywhere you dig, the water pop up.
Yeah. It's not a pretty smell side. Okay, so let me bring everybody up to speed here, guys. So we're speaking to Anthony, and Anthony saying that the land dispute or the area which we know as the Sulphur Spring in St. Patrick, I frequent there, I've been there, brought tours there, people love it there. Marshall Montano, I think I saw him there as well. A lot of people go to that place, they call it Rejuvenation, and they're pretty chill site. It's a pretty nice place. You have Ridealong and they have a little bar there and things is nice there. He's saying that over the period of time, after he have his own bathroom facility there, he had some loggerhead with one of his tenant. I put that in quotation because claiming that the land is not his, so he can make that decision. But anyway, for the sake of this conversation, he said that as a tenant, she has not been contributing to some of the basic things. As far as he have a toilet facility and he charged $2 or so for folks to use the toilet. And he's saying that she don't want to pay that, and she's not paying for a guest either. So she decided, because they're on loggerhead at this point in time, she decided to move forward to attempt to set up her own toilet facility, which is what we call in the Caribbean local parlance a latrine, a pit latrine, where you dig a hole and you start out your business right outside there. And it's a heavily disputed argument because, of course, if you know the area, he's saying that there's water everywhere and everything circulates. Everything comes down. You could imagine it's not a pretty sight. So the video that I showed earlier, I want to show it with audio because this happened yesterday, and this is what made wrong on social media. Let's check out some of the audio as what happened. This is it. Listen.
Dig it. Continue digging. The movements are taking place in the Sulphur Spring presently. It's Miss Lorena John digging a toilet pit at the Sulphur Spring right here, which is impossible to happen. I does not know who the person are going to be digging it, because as long as they digging, I will be covering. Because that is my land.
I am authorized.
That is my land.
Ministry. What is your land? Boy,
that
move
is
there.
my land.
Move there.
You understand?
was authorized by the Ministry of Health. And you bring Ministry of Health here. You bring Ministry of Health here.
Nothing digging.
Go ahead.
On my property.
Which is your property? But the only place you have is where you place these.
See?
Here is not yours. Move it. Move it.
Right. So that was the back and forth there. So let me ask you a question, Anthony. Where you have your bathroom and toilet facility, right? Where does the sewage go? Where does the sewage go in your established toilet?
There is a big drain back behind the building there. And there is a high point where you put the septic tank and the sockaway on the high point. So the water don't be able to come back to that side. If ever you rise from the sockaway, you run through the drain. There is a drain in the back of the building now. A big drain. When rain comes down, the water rush down there like it's a big river coming out behind the building. So that's where I have the toilet on top of the. That's why I have the toilet up there, because back then I had a latrine up inside, higher up than where I have the toilet now. And it's a big tank with a big sockaway and so on. So we have space. So I even asked the Ministry of the tourism if they could assist me with a bigger toilet to make the thing where men could go for themselves and ladies go for themselves, and we have an area where you could change your clothes and everything. Even though they give me the material, I can build the place myself because I'm a builder.
Right.
You want, once I get the material, I could build the place.
Right. So as it is right now, you said things gotten a little bit better. Did she end up digging that hole, and what happened after?
Well, I went to health in the ministerial complex today, and they called them immediately up in St. Patrick here. They called them and make them know. On my way back out, the police had called me to find out from me if I had stopped the young lady from using the toilet. And I said, no, she stopped. She said, she decided she don't move in with me, so she don't want to use my washroom. But as I told you today, she was there. She guessed, and they might come and get massage and so on today. Had used the same toilet today. As I'm in the city, my niece was working here in the bar for me. She said them and use the toilet same way today. So I don't see problem as what they creating and so on. And plus, she had boy children and them sending threat for you and telling you all kind of this and all kind of that about what they would do and what they wouldn't do. It's young people, and that's not the way for you to allow your young children to disrespect elders like that. It's not good at all. Because this is children I would have looked for at all times. You understand? It's not children what say I here treat them or do them this or I do them that. But you know, it's their brothers, so they will try to seek the interest, but it's not a good something.
So as it stands right now, we understand that with the dispute, we understand the back and forth and all that. Is it a point where you guys could come to some kind of common ground going forward, or what's the next move?
Well, I will say I leave that for the law, the law to deal with. I leave that for the law to deal with, because there would be a time when they will get a letter from me and me. Things will happen differently. Owners, I the owner of the property already, but it's just to put a few weeks or months ahead of us to get it right. And some negotiation will take place.
Right. Okay.
Some negotiation. I wouldn't be like Trump. Want to arrest everybody. I will just get it the right way.
Right.
Respect have to be quick. If you're in charge, you're in charge. You're in charge of that. You want that, you don't want that, and that have to stand. And that's how it is.
Right. So are you guys willing to to figure this thing out or to talk? Are you guys speaking at all at this point?
Well, after yesterday, since yes, we're not really speaking, because there was an issue one time when she raised her hand on me. She hit me and I had her back. And from since 2015, we still in court up to now. He said December you will finish. And we have to finish. I'm tired with all this. I didn't build this thing here for that off-road and all this thing and I didn't build this for that. I built this thing for people to come, enjoy the time, to go back home, because our seating fine is so people come, they have their backs, they relax themselves and they go back home. They don't come here for confrontation. They don't come here to see this kind of run and going on. That is not what I do this thing here for.
Right. Okay. Well, as I said, I'm sure she may have a different perspective to it, and our job is just to try to bring some kind of, some grown-up way forward in this process. Hopefully, you guys could work together. I'm sure she may have a different perspective as well, and we definitely want to hear her side. But at the end of the day, is there any way that she could coexist and do what she have to do, and you do what you have to do, and just coexist together?
Well, I'm going to say one thing, brother. Once people don't have respect for you, no matter what you do, they wouldn't have respect for you.
Right.
You will try to coexist, but that is not the only smart society you have in Grenada. You have others.
Right.
One people to respect the portfolio of the place and they go back. But if you don't want to respect the portfolio of the place, it don't make sense negotiating. No negotiation. You take people who are going to have respect for you, have respect for the place, have respect for Grenada in a sense.
Okay.
When a man in his house and he come and he call him a madman to take care of something, what nobody expect to turn into something, they call him a madman. You're supposed to raise that man every day. You make $1 and put in your pocket to mind your children. Give him a jacket on your shoulder and walk around with you. You're supposed to do that. I don't look for that. But respect alone will carry you a long way. That is just how. Respect. If you don't respect yourself and others, because other people keep saying all different sort of stuff, but I don't bother. I don't worry. I still cut the yard. I still maintain the yard sometimes when they reach and I don't get $1 here. It don't bother me because I put myself in the frame of taking care of this. I speak to the Almighty and I say, I will be taking care of this. It doesn't matter I make money or not, but I will take care of it. So Allah hiccups on them, when the time comes for it to disappear, it will disappear.
Okay.
It will be running smooth as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll come and pay you guys a visit, possibly before the end of the week.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for chatting with us. We'll keep in touch, my brother. All right, great.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so that was Anthony. I think that tomorrow or so, I'm going to get a chance to pass by and check out what's going on there. All right. Yeah, I'll pass and check them tomorrow. Let's take a quick break. I got a few summary on this. We'll be right back. You're watching Ridealong Live.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
There's a new way to move in Grenada. Ride Go. Ride Go is here. Ride Go. Where do you want to go?
All right, welcome back here on the ride, guys. Here's what I think. I listened to Anthony speak, right? And of course, I said that there are always three sides to a story. And I get the sense that there's more to this than just putting up a latrine or a toilet. I get the sense that there are a lot of issues that has been going on for a prolonged period of time. And her move to erect a toilet at the facility there might be just a reaction of many, many things happening. I don't know the whole story, but I just get the feeling that there is much more to it. So I'm going to go up there off camera, right? And I'll talk to them. I'll talk and try to see how. And I know that I probably wouldn't be able to resolve the issue. I probably individually may not be able to make them best friends, but at least if I can get them to have some kind of conversation, probably some kind of understanding, I don't know. If the use of the toilet is an issue, how they can kind of come together to make this thing work. Because at the end of the day, this is a nice site, It's a really beautiful site. I went there a couple of times. I think it's great. A lot of very popular people been there. I took a lot of tourists there, and they always speak about it highly. Social media, people post of themselves getting sulfur down and rejuvenation. So I am going to try and make my way to St. Patrick tomorrow because I'm still in Grenada. So possibly we could try to see if we could kind of have some kind of resolution to this ongoing issue right here that exists. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And I'll come back and I'll report. I'll let you guys know, what my finding was, and hopefully I could speak about, that they came to some kind of agreement, some kind of conclusion. They don't have to be best friends, but at least they could work together. And let's see if that might be the outcome, the conclusion of this here. But nonetheless, I think it was important that we speak about this, that we put this thing out there so people would understand, because this video that you saw I was playing earlier, that went viral on all social media platforms. People was posting it, but they didn't quite understand the whole, logistics behind what was happening. All they saw was someone trying to dig a pit to put a toilet, a latrine, and another person, arguing about why you shouldn't put a toilet there. So I kind of wanted to put it into perspective as to what happened. So I'm happy that we got a chance to speak to Anthony. But again, young lady has a voice as well, and she may have a story to tell. So that's what we're here. Ridealong Live, where everyone has a story to tell. We thank you guys for being a part of our program, guys. And, we're in a makeshift studio. Hopefully the internet hold up, and it's going to held up, and hopefully it'll hold up for the next couple of days. We've kind of situate ourselves a little bit better, get better lighting and possibly better audio. Because I'm not sure how clear you're hearing me. I'm kind of hearing a little bit of echo back in my ear, so I don't know if you're hearing that as well. Nonetheless, we go sort you out, we go hook it up, we go set you up. Before I go, also, I want to say thanks to the many, 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 many members, friends, and supporters. Where's that link? Yeah, friends and supporters who downloaded the RideGo app, right? Now, RideGo is a ride share. a ride share, just like Uber. Some of you guys are familiar with Uber. And we launched this in Grenada, and it's really taken off. If you have not yet downloaded the app, just click that link right there and go and download the app. It's really changing the way how people get around. Let me put a link there. It's really changing the way how people get around. People that are here, they try to get from point A to point B. They just download the app. They can press that button, and that car would come to their home, pick them up, and take them to wherever they need to go. Right? I had a story that someone sent to me yesterday, and we had to feature that young lady on the platform, where she essentially said that the whole ride go thing changed her life. Let me see if I could pull up that story real quick. Right. She was saying, let me see if I could pull it up. Let me see if I could pull it up. Read her story real quick. She said that she wanted at first she was hesitant on downloading the app. And she's not a very tech-savvy person, but her daughter downloaded it for her. The situation was that one night, everything changed. Her daughter suddenly fell ill. It was late, and she started to panic. She remembered the Ride Go app, and she quickly opened it, and she pressed it. And in 5 minutes or so, they had a driver there to take her daughter to the hospital. So already we're changing lives and saving lives. So guys, download the app. You never know when you're going to need it. It is a lifesaver. So go to the App Store right now and download Ride Go. It's spelled Ridego. Ridego. Let me put it in there again so you guys could download it and use it. Whenever you need a taxi to come and pick you up, you just click on that app, tap that app. Also, if you in the US or Canada or England, you're not in Grenada, you could also use the app to send a taxi to a family or friend wherever they are on the island. Okay, so you don't have to physically be here. You could actually stay in the US, Canada, wherever, and send a taxi to a family or friend. So Ride Go, where do you want to go? And that's it. We also, of course, you could get it hooked up on the Ride Go app as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of our program today. We appreciate you. Catch me again tomorrow on behalf of all of our production crew here at Ridealong Live, our senior executive producer, Lois JJ, and the entire Ridealong team. Good night. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.
The sun is hot, the breeze is low. I need a ride. Where do I go? Ride Go, yeah, that's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app, just one click, hopping fast, it's real quick. Ride Go, where you wanna go, to the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Ride Go, let the good vibes show, fastest growing ride, everybody knows.
Tuk Tuk now available on Ride Go. Book now.